episode is sponsored by Valentine's Day. Aw, it's
Oh,
Valentine's week. We should have a Valentine's week instead of a
we should.
Valentine's Day. And
I
every
agree.
day I deserve a gift.
Agreed.
First day is cash.
Oh,
Sec Second day is food.
okay.
Third day is a scent.
Okay.
Fourth day is something I can wear.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth day is somewhere we can go. And I said we, I'm including you. So, uh, what that was five. Sixth day is chocolate because I love chocolate.
Okay.
And seventh day, is being naughty all day. Welcome to You, Me, and Chisme, your number one source for Chisme on the internet. Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Adrian.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Are you my Valentine?
Yeah.
Okay.
How cute of us. You're like,
Yeah.
where's my present then?
Yeah. You just heard what I want all 7 days.
All
Are
right.
you
Yeah,
going
I'll
to
work on it.
deliver? Wait,
I guess we'll see.
hold on, because Julie said, for those of you who are not watching on YouTube, she said, I'll work on it, and then rolled her eyes all the way from California to New York. Okay.
Wasn't that
Wow.
extreme? It was that extreme?
It was pretty extreme.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You don't love me. I don't care. It's fine. Nobody loves me. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Love you.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I feel a lot of love. Thank you. Okay. What do you do? How are you spending your Valentine's Day week?
Uh, working,
Working.
working, and working. That's
Working.
it. Got nothing.
Got nothing.
Nothing on the horizon, unfortunately. What about you?
Yeah, working and living and laughing and loving and not loving.
Loving the friends.
So many friends.
In Mexico, it's called the Day of Friendship and Love.
I love that.
So,
Yeah, it's okay. I have listened, there's lots of love in my life. Um,
totally.
yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I really I'm a happy person, I swear. I really am.
I get that.
Yeah,
Not from this, but in general. No, no, no. I do. I get that. You are a happy person.
I am. Thank you. Okay, good. Well, I guess we're done talking about Valentine's Day.
Well, two single people talking about Valentine's Day is always going to be a little bit of a bore,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
What if
Yeah.
what if both of us are not single by the end of the year? Wouldn't that be crazy? What if we
It-
both get into relationships this year? On it,
How are we going to do that?
well, I don't know.
Suddenly
I,
I'm stressed out.
I'm just saying, what if it happened?
That would be crazy.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
What would we talk about then?
I don't know. Because I sure as hell am not talking about my relationship on here.
I mean, I probably still am, but it
I'm
won't
just
be as
kidding.
exciting.
Yeah.
It won't be as exciting.
It'll be exciting in different ways. Oh my God, we'd be so insufferable. Lord have mercy. Can you imagine the two of us in love? Oh my God.
No,
Oh,
no,
oh, you can't?
no, no.
Why can't you?
I don't know. The idea, like the relationship aspect is very endearing and like it sounds like a cute thing, but the minute it starts getting serious, I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean
Julie,
forever?
Julie,
I know. I don't know. I don't know.
that's okay. However,
We're working on it.
okay. However,
Hmm.
I mean, why is it scary to you? I'm just curious.
Um, well, I definitely think I have intimacy issues.
Okay.
The idea of being with one person that gets to know all of my quirks and all of like the things it does it like starts making me feel uncomfortable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I don't and What do you mean you don't go home? What do you mean? I like my privacy and I like being alone every once in a
Uh,
while. I like being with people, but like every day.
but don't you think that that's different if you're like in love with
I
someone?
hope so. I one can only hope.
You'd be like, "Wh- why would you leave? I'm right
Yeah.
here."
Yeah. I I am so looking forward to that feeling at some point in my life. I've never felt it ever.
Well, listen, I've never felt it either, but I can only assume that that's what happens. So-
That's what I keep hearing. The streets are telling me that it's a blast.
now let's say five, that's not even five, let's say 10 years down the line, you're like, okay, babe, we're gonna get separate bedrooms. Okay,
Yeah.
great. I love
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very much looking forward to my mindset changing for anybody at this point. I could see that happening, but it also does stress me out, like the idea of like intimacy, not sex, but like being intimate with someone and like them knowing your quirks or like your family and then the family drama and like all of that really does stress me out. But when I went and got my hair done last week, was it last week? Sure. My hairdresser, she just got married and she's very much like me and like kind of like a crazy party girl for most of her life. And like now she found someone and she wanted to settle down and all this stuff. And and she also has a little bit of a crazy family. And I was asking her how it was integrating the husband into that dynamic. And she's like, dude, it's so great because you go, you deal with it together, and the stress feels half as light. Like it doesn't feel as heavy because there's someone that you can turn to and be like, that was fucking wild, no? And they're like, that was fucking wild.
Mm.
And you both are like, great. Okay, let's give it another week and not do this again for a while, and you have someone to lean on for it. And that's a beautiful perspective.
That was so beautiful.
Right? Like that sounds like such a blast to be
I
like, we're in this together.
I think it's a little silly to be a human who wants to be in love with another human
Yeah.
and think that it's possible that the other human may not have, like complicated relationships in their life. I don't
Yeah.
understand why someone would think or why that would scare someone. Um, I think they need to maybe do some work on themselves and talk about why that bothers them, you know?
I agree, but I do think that there's a lot of people. Well, there's a lot of emotionally immature people in the world. There's a lot of
Absolutely.
people that don't have the bandwidth to deal with whatever they've got going on and then whatever you've got going on. There's a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? You're in love and you're loving it and it's beautiful, and then you run into something on the road that is a little chaotic and suddenly you can't handle it anymore. Like that is a reality. And I think that's what scares me, that you could be happy and in love and it's all beautiful, and then, you know, my sister-in-law does something crazy and you're like, wait the fuck up. That, like, I don't want to deal with that for the rest of my life. And that's also honestly valid.
I no, and I get that. I do get that. I really do get that. But I just feel like if you really really loved someone or if you really enjoyed being around someone and you wanted to get to the point where you really
Mhm.
loved them, like I don't know, I feel like that I, we could work on it. Like,
Yeah,
let's all go to therapy. Let's all learn how to set boundaries. Not that
right.
therapy is, going to fix everything, but like, I don't know. I just think that the world is complicated. Families are complicated. People are complicated. That doesn't always make them bad people, but they're trying their hardest to navigate the world that's been dealt to them. And like, I love you, so
Yeah.
I want to go on this ride with you and like let's figure it out together. Now, granted, there are some more extreme situations where you'd be like, okay, I actually like this is not gonna be like this is a lot.
Hmm.
Um, from what I know of you,
Hmm.
I think someone can handle it.
Well, let's wait and see. Maybe by the
Yeah.
end of the year, we'll all be shocked and surprised
Yeah.
by developments.
Who
Who's to
knows?
say?
Who
Yeah.
is to say? Only good things are going to happen to us. So,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah. I allow that energy into my life.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. You're very
Yeah.
welcome. Ugh, I should have married you. What a missed opportunity.
What a missed opportunity. Think of what
Yeah.
we could have done together.
I mean,
Hello.
Lord have mercy. Unstoppable. Unstoppable for a plain running carriage and a beautiful marriage. I don't know the
Uh,
words.
doesn't stop you from
That's
singing them.
okay. It won't ever stop me.
I
I
love
came
it.
across a TikTok the other day where Julie Andrews was on stage singing for the first time after her throat surgery. You know,
Mm.
she had that. This was years ago. Um, you know who Julie Andrews is, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Mary Poppins, Sound of
Yeah.
Music, the
Hmm.
Queen of Genovia.
Obviously.
Genovia? Genova? Genovia.
Genovia. Yeah.
Um, anyways, big singer, and then she had her throat surgery and she couldn't sing anymore. I do remember as a kid hearing about this, and I was like, wow, this is tragic. Um,
Uh-huh.
anyways, she was singing in this little thing. I have no idea. It just popped up on my TikTok.
I love
Anyways,
that.
and then I thought, where is Julie Andrews?
Mm.
And I was gonna Google it, and then I fell asleep.
Oh,
And so I'm gonna do it now. I'm more so
okay.
curious as to how old she is. Because I haven't seen her out in a, she is 89 years old.
Oh, wow.
89 years old. October. Julie, when is your birthday?
October 1st.
You and Julie Andrews share a birthday.
And Brie Larson.
And Brie
Look at
Larson.
us. Nothing but
October
stars.
October 1st, 1935.
Wow. Amazing.
Wow. Wow. Anyways, Julie, come on the pod. Julie Andrews, not Julie.
Obviously.
Not our
Yeah.
Julie.
We
Yes.
gathered.
Julie Andrews. A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Medicine go down. I do know those words, but
I love that.
that's the only song that's the only words I know. Okay, great. Julie, who won the Super Bowl?
Who are you asking? I do know it hasn't happened yet, trying to trick me. It's happening today,
It is
tonight, the
happening
day we're recording. Yeah.
today, yeah.
Are you watching?
No, 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 no. I'm going to the movies.
What are you gonna watch?
The SZA and Kiki Palmer movie.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Oh, I'm
You
so
are going to
excited.
love it. It's so fucking good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
movie. I might watch the Super Bowl just because, like, I really want the Eagles to win, just because, like, I think Travis deserves to lose.
Mm.
After everything that's happened, he just give him a lose, and I would feel so joyful. And also Kendrick Lamar. So I will be tuning in for that. Very excited about that particular part of it.
I will be watching the halftime show on YouTube.
Right, of course.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
excited. Apparently, there's a big surprise,
So they say.
but I don't know. I feel like that somebody just made up that rumor, and I don't
I
know.
don't know, friend. At the Grammys, they said it was going to be a big surprise, and it was the weekend. So, are we excited? Were we excited? I was. It was underwhelming. Some may
I
say.
don't listen to The Weeknd, but he's incredibly popular.
People love him.
What do you think it is?
I can't. Who the fuck knows? I've lost sleep over it. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't even think. I want to say I've heard two songs from him.
What? What?
Yeah, the one about the lights, and maybe another one. But
Interesting.
you know what? It lost me when people were comparing him to Michael Jackson.
Were they?
Yes, when he first kicked off, people were comparing him to Michael Jackson. And I said,
He doesn't dance.
I get it. He's into the theatrics of it, but
Is he?
I
I
think so.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. And he completely lost me after The Idol. After that whole fucking mess of a show, I was like,
Right.
I don't even want to give it a chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday can go somewhere else with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The weekend.
Yeah. So who knows what the Kendrick Lamar surprise would be? What if he brought Drake on stage?
I read a tweet that somebody was like, the surprise is going to be Drake. He brings out Drake and then he shoots Drake.
I saw this tweet.
And then I don't even remember where it goes from
It was
there.
like, and then Taylor Swift comes
Yeah.
out, and
Yeah.
then they sing the Bad Blood song, and
Yeah.
then yeah, it was like this whole thing. Yeah,
And then she shoots Trump or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So good.
Oh
So
my
good.
gosh.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna give, I think he gave an interview and it was like it's gonna be like theatrics or a show, like something like that. A storytelling. They were like, what should people expect? And he was like, people should expect storytelling. So whatever that means, I'm here for it.
Okay. We do know SZA is going to be on the show, on the halftime show.
Yeah, yeah,
But who knows what will happen after that?
right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I also am hoping the Eagles win because
Go Eagles. Go sports.
I don't like Travis Kelce
I think he deserves to lose. Like
and the Mahomes.
you know what I mean?
Mahomes.
Like it's
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. Okay. Um. Okay. What else is going on in your life, Julie? What's the 411? What do you want to let the people know?
I don't have much.
You don't have much. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have something to say about my life, Adrian?
I don't have anything to say about your life. I have nothing to say about your life. Do you? I
No, no. I
no.
don't no, I don't think so. Not yet. Not at the moment.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think things
Great.
are very, very mellow.
Hmm.
Mental health still thriving.
Good.
We'd struggled for a week. We had a
Okay.
rough week. It
Okay.
was at the end of the day my period. So, and
Understandable.
I knew it, but I still couldn't get out of the funk. I cried at work Monday through Thursday, just absolutely despising everything. And I was like, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. I was angry. I made one of my coworkers go on walks with me every single day because I had too much anxiety. Um, yeah, it was just a lot. And then, it was my period.
Yeah.
It was my period.
Do you crave any foods on your period? Like, is there any comfort foods or?
I crave burgers
Oh, oof, my gosh, I love a burger.
and literally just like junk food. Like I
Yeah.
just want to eat chips, not
Uh-huh.
candy, but like chips and a
Mm-hmm.
burger.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Ugh.
By Friday, I
Mm.
was like, if I don't get a burger in me right now, I'm going to run this car into a wall. Like, I just
Mm-hmm.
was like, get me a motherfucking burger.
Yeah. That I'm
Yeah.
on my period every week then. Oh my God.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more mood for me. Like I really feel it in my
Mm.
mood. Like I'm very, very short-tempered.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what is joy? I've forgotten it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just want to lay down, cry. My body is bleeding. I'm in pain. I'm angry. I have headaches. I can't sleep or I sleep too much. And yeah, it's just a lot.
Mm.
It's just a lot.
Does the degree of how bad it is vary month to month, or is it
Yeah,
always the same?
it does vary. I haven't really figured out what causes it to vary. And this is coming from someone, girls, let's be in tune with our bodies. This is coming from someone who is just getting in tune with her body. And she has had her period since she was 9 years old. And I've never like, people are like, oh, I noticed right before my period, my mood starts to change, or right before my period, I start getting like I've never noticed stuff like that. Like I just am living my life, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm on my period. Like I just don't pay attention to my body like
Yeah.
that up until recently. And now I've
Hmm.
realized like when I do start getting extra moody, if I do start craving like really bad junk food, I'm like, okay, my period is coming. And my body just feels different, and I don't really know how to describe it, but it just feels like it's preparing itself for a period.
Mm.
I don't know how to describe that. But I
Yeah.
do think that the more in tune you are with your body, the easier a period is. So, ladies, pay attention to the signs. Your body is telling you something. And also don't like power through it. There's some bitches that are like, we're just gonna power through it. No, no, no. I will let my period take over. I don't care. If I had plans and now I have my period, sorry about it. I will be laying around all day. Like, I don't push myself on my period because my emotional state is already super fragile during that week that I'm
Hmm.
not gonna cause it to like bleed into more weeks just because I pushed through it.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So now I feel fine. Like last week, I felt this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Nothing is happiness. It's gloomy and it should be. It's raining, of course it is. I just felt like sad, was listening to sad music.
Hmm.
I couldn't find joy. I watched New Girl. I thought it was stupid. I just like was
Wow.
not happy. I was not a happy human.
Hmm.
Um, and now I'm good.
Okay.
Who was she?
Who was she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a name for your when you're on your period? Like, is there do
No.
women give their periods names?
I don't know if they do. I don't know. I don't think I've ever met someone that does, but
Mm.
I'm always like, here she comes,
Here she
ruining my
comes.
day.
Ugh.
For what?
For what? For
I hate
what?
it. I hate it. I mean, I'm not saying let's rush to menopause, but like, what is the point? Okay, I know what the point is, but like, I hate it.
Yeah, I know.
I
I'm so
hate it.
sorry.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Thank
Okay.
you. I just feel like men would be nicer if their penises bled every month.
Yeah,
Just like in general, they would be nicer human beings if they also had to be inconvenienced once a month for 5 to 7 days.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
thank you.
Ugh, men. Who needs
Ugh, I
them?
agree. I agree.
I don't.
No, no,
Do you?
no.
Do
I mean,
you
they're
need
nice to look
men?
at.
Call 1-800-555-3333. We'll we'll get
Yeah.
them out of your life. Um, okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Are you planning any vacations coming up?
I'm going to Arizona in February.
Who are you gonna go see in Arizona?
I'm just going with my friend.
That's so fun.
I know, I'm excited. I've
Wait,
never
when?
been
In when?
at the end of this month
Wow. Like a
for just a
little,
cute little weekend.
are you gonna fly or you gonna drive?
We're gonna fly.
How fun. Where in Arizona?
Sedona.
How cute. Are you
Isn't
staying
that
at like a
adorable?
little hotel or something?
I think we're gonna get an Airbnb, like a cute
Wow.
little Airbnb. Yeah, I'm excited. I've never been. I've wanted to go for a minute, so that'll be fun. And then we also, with the same friend, just bought tickets to Hozier in October.
Wow. And where are you gonna go see Hosier?
Vegas. He's not coming to LA this time.
Vegas.
Yeah, it's the only date that made sense. All the other dates in different states were like in the middle of the week, and the one in Vegas was on a Sunday. So I can justify taking like 1 day of PTO on that Monday, but I didn't want to take like a whole week to go somewhere.
I love Vegas.
Do you?
I do.
I don't love Vegas.
I love Vegas. Yeah.
Why? What is it about
Well,
Vegas?
I grew up going a lot as a kid.
Oh, okay.
We went a lot, and um and then I went in college. Um and I don't know, there's just something kind of nostalgic about it for me. I
Okay.
love walking through a casino. I love love a brunch buffet. Don't get
Okay.
me started. The Win, love the buffet at the Win.
Okay.
I mean, there's other great buffets too, but I love a buffet on a Sunday, uh, late morning. It's just so fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. They have great restaurants and like, there's just something about all the lights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going I don't I haven't gone to like get drunk in a very, very long time to Vegas, but to like eat and shop. Have you ever been to the outlets? Like off
Mm-mm.
this oh my God, Julie. You gotta go to the outlets.
Okay.
They have
Okay.
they have a Haagen-Dazs stand. Um and yeah, I don't know, just I just love it. I love a
I love
hotel.
that.
I love
Yeah.
walking through the casino. I love the lights. I love looking at people who are just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun to me. I don't know.
Interesting. I've only gone twice. A
To Vegas
year.
ever in your entire life and you
Yeah.
grew up in Southern California? That's crazy to
Yeah.
me.
But it's just not
Wow.
my vibe. I
Make
don't
it your
like it.
vibe.
I'm not like a crazy party girl. Like I don't
You don't have to be a
enjoy,
party girl.
yeah. But like usually when you have to go with specific people if you're not a party girl. You know what I mean? When people are going to Vegas,
Yeah.
especially like in your 20s, they're going to party and get crazy.
We're
And
not
like
in our 20s anymore.
one now, but I just mean
Yeah.
like in the past, the times that I've gone, I'm like, this is not my vibe. Like I don't enjoy it.
You've never been with me.
Fair,
Uh-huh.
fair. And
Yeah.
I mean, we're going this time, so we'll see how I feel about it coming back. But
Okay, well, we got to find you a great restaurant to eat at. We got to find you a
okay,
cute little bar to sit at and like have a nice
right?
cocktail. Maybe, well, you're already going to go see a show, but oh my gosh, where is he
Yeah.
performing? Do you know?
At the T-Mobile Arena, I think.
Oh,
T-Mobile
he's
Center,
doing
T-Mobile Arena.
arenas. Good
Hmm.
for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's not doing that many shows in the States. He's only doing a few over here. And Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, none of those were are on the tour. So he's doing like
Interesting.
Portland and Washington, Pennsylvania, like very random. Yeah.
Where,
Utah. I
where,
considered Utah just because it looks very pretty and that would be fun. But I was like, do I want to be at a concert and be the only brown person in that venue?
where in
No.
Utah? Salt Lake or?
It wasn't Salt Lake. I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
But we landed on Las Vegas.
Uh-huh. Okay. Love this for you. I love it.
Thank you.
When is the concert?
It's in October, October 5th.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's still a ways
okay,
away.
birthday trip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And who's your friend that you're going with?
Katie, she's my friend from high school.
Hi, Katie. Oh, does Katie listen?
No.
Uh,
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I don't think so. She's not a podcast girly.
every single one of my friends from high school listens to this podcast.
Well, thank you, three people.
Actually, I'm not really in touch with anybody from high school,
I'm
so
just kidding. She's the only one that I'm in touch with.
I don't know if anybody listens from high school. If you do, say hi.
Show
Hi.
yourself.
Show yourself.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Okay. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much. Do you have any trips on the horizon?
I don't have anything planned. Things are in discussion, but I don't have anything planned. Yeah.
What are we thinking?
I'm poor.
International
I'm
here?
poor. I'm poor.
Okay, that's all right.
No, no, not international. No, yeah.
Okay,
I don't want to.
fair.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything planned. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's all right.
That's okay. Yeah. What? The year is young.
We are just in February. You have so much time.
The year is so young, and
Yeah,
I'm young. You know,
you sure are.
so much life to live and and whatnot. Yeah.
I don't know why that
I
sounds
don't
so
know
funny
why
to me.
you I don't know why you literally LOL'd at me saying I have a lot of life to live as if like
It's just
no, it was no, she literally
because
like hand over her face LMAOing.
okay, it's just because your tone when you're saying it is like
Uh-huh.
it just was funny.
Uh-huh.
But you do have a lot of life to live. You do.
She's laughing again. And now she's covering her entire face. Oh
I'm laughing
my God.
at
She
your
can't. Yeah.
reactions. I'm not laughing
Uh-huh.
at what is being said. I'm
Okay,
laughing at the
say
way.
it. Tell
The,
me I have a lot of
oh, I
life
don't
to
want
live
it
with a
anymore.
straight face. Uh-huh.
You do, okay, but you
Oh,
do
and
have a
her
lot of life.
eyebrows go up. You know when they go up, that means somebody's lying.
No, no,
Um,
no, but you do. Okay, you do have a lot of life to live.
she can't
I'm
do
aware. We're
it.
the same age. I would hope we both have a lot of life to live. You have a lot of life to live.
Okay.
We're fully aware of it. It
And she
just
can't
it.
even look me in the eye. Her eyes look the other way.
Forget it.
I'm
Forget
just
it.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Um, I'm just kidding. I do think I'm a little psychic.
okay. Okay. Tell me more.
You don't think so? I don't
I don't
know.
know. Give me an
I feel like I'm a
example.
little psychic. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I feel it in my bones.
Okay, but give me like
Well, why are you trying to disprove me right now? You're just supposed to say, "Oh, I love that for you. Good for you." Oh my God,
we're
everything.
just supposed to not get an example. This is a podcast. Give me an example of one time that you thought you were psychic, Trixie Mattel.
Well, when you end up in a relationship by the end of the year, come call me. Okay. Ugh, my gosh.
No, but is there something that has happened that you're like felt
Well, I
it?
can't think of specifics right now, Julie. Okay. I'm just psychic. Okay.
Okay, to be fair, I thought you were bringing it up because you had an example at the ready. I
Well, and I
wasn't
just wanted
aware.
you to say I love that for you and move on.
Okay, let's do it again. Cut this. Let's do it again.
I think I'm psychic.
I love that for you.
Did you hear how she laughed right before she
Oh
said
my
it?
God.
She's like, I love that for you.
I do love if you really think that you're psychic, I love that for you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it. Thank
of
you.
course.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do we have any fan mail?
Yeah, you check. I have not checked. I haven't seen anything. Did Anna send something? I feel like there was a
Yes.
conversation. Okay.
Yes, she did.
Is it
uh,
me? Why are you giggling?
no, it's not mean. I just have to find it here. Hold on. One sec. My God, why am I taking so many photos of myself? Lord have mercy. Okay.
I love that for you.
It's time for fan mail. This is from one of our longtime listeners, Anne. Jaime, my BFF's little sister, who is a Valentine's Day baby. Happy
Oh,
birthday, Anne.
cute. Happy birthday, Anna.
Okay, on three. One, two, three. Happy
Okay, we're not doing
birthday
that.
to Oh, it's 11:11. Make a wish.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go from Anne.
Hola, chismosas. It's Anne. I'm just, catching up. Long time no listen, but I'm catching up on my episodes. And I was listening to 2 episodes ago. Adrian, you gave the whole spiel about, you don't want to have any regrets. And if you want something, you got to go for it. And I know you're talking about like dating and stuff, but, I was listening on my drive home from work and I had like a shitty day and I just, give me some advice. A girl's turning 27 soon, and like, I hate my job, and I'm very confused about what I'm supposed to do in life. And like, do I keep trying to do things that I like? When do I pack it up, move to Sweden, work at a grocery store, live in the countryside? You know what I mean? A girl was not built for capitalism. But if you have any advice, let me know. Love you both. Hugs, kisses.
Aw, thank you, Anne.
Thank you,
Finally, somebody who
Anna.
wants our advice. Ugh.
Oh no, this is a lot of pressure. Okay.
Do you have anything to say? Do you want to start or do you want to think about it
How
for a
about
second?
you go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Anne, um, I wish I could tell you it gets easier. I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
that it does. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel at my job, I this is people will be like, "Oh, this is your career," and I was like, I don't consider it a career for
Mm-hmm.
myself. Um, it's just kind of something that happened to me. But I do think about what do I want to do next? Because I don't want to do, I work in events. I don't want to do events for the rest of my life. I also
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like I have a weird perception of like what people think events are, which I think that they think it's like the way things look design wise, and like I don't do that. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm first of all, I'm colorblind. I have a red green deficiency. Don't ask me the colors of anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just don't have an eye for design. Um, so I like logistical things. I like figuring out logistics. I
Mm-hmm.
like solving problems, right? So, but like I get tired, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I also want to make more money,
Mm-hmm.
but I also don't want to really want to work that hard. And I don't want to
Capitalism
sell
was not built for us either, it looks
and
like.
I don't want to sell my soul. You know, when I was younger, when I was in college, I thought I could take over the world. I thought I was
Mm-hmm.
going to be this bad bitch, blah blah blah. And then, and then I started working, and now I'm tired.
Yeah.
And and the places that I wanted to work at, I was like, I'm gonna go work at Netflix, or I'm gonna go work at Apple, and I'm gonna go work at that. They give me the ick,
Mm.
TBH.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's where the money is, but it also gives me unstable,
Mm.
and I want stability.
Yes.
I want assuredness in my job.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
know, I want to know that the paycheck is going to come. Now, obviously any place can fire you, but
Mm-hmm.
like I do feel a sense of security that I'm not going to get fired at my job. But never say never. And
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know. What I do know is if you're miserable when you go to work, you need to go. You need to leave
Mm-hmm.
because the miserableness will begin to affect you in other parts of your life.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the same thing I always say. We're only here for a limited time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's spend it doing something that doesn't make us miserable.
Mm-hmm.
If we know that the miserableness is not going to get any better, if we know the job is just going to continue to bring you down, let's go and we'll
Yeah.
figure it out. Get out of the situation, bring happiness into your life. And I also think it's going to be impossible to know what exactly to do. You'll spend your whole life if you're like trying to stay there until you figure out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we need jobs and whatnot. So like we
Yeah.
let's not make any rash decisions. I wouldn't make a rash decision. I have too many bills to pay and it's just not gonna happen, right?
Right.
But let me figure something out
Mm-hmm.
to get out of here
Yeah.
because I don't want to be miserable. I don't want to spend the most precious time of my life, my late 20s, my early 30s, doing something that is going to make me miserable.
Right.
Let me wait for my kids and my husband to do that to me. I mean, hopefully not,
Absolutely.
but like,
Yeah.
um, I
Right.
do think, I really do think if you're unhappy in a situation, let's fix it. Let's get out of
Yeah.
here. And no one is going to do that for you. No one is going to be like, oh, hey, here's a job.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go out and do it.
Right.
And and maybe it's going to take a while to figure that out. Listen, at 27,
Mm-hmm.
well, who knows?
Yeah.
There's so much
Yeah.
more life to live at 27. You're so
Mm-hmm.
young on it. You don't need to figure it out right now. The only thing I think you need to do and you can't sue me for this if things go wrong, is get out of the situation you're in and start to do something that you even remotely find interesting or that you may want to do. And if you don't like it, that's okay. At least you know you tried it, and now you can cross that off your list and say, okay, this isn't the one. Let me try the next one.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then,
it's never too late to start over
of course,
from whatever what in whatever sense you want to put that in. It's never too late to be like, this actually is not what I it's what I thought I wanted, but it's not what I want, and let's start from scratch. It is very scary to tell anybody or to feel yourself like this isn't what I want and now I have to start from scratch. Like, where do you even begin? And I think the starting point is you have to try to figure out what about your current job makes you so unhappy. Is it the company? Is it the people? Is it what you're actually doing? If it's what you're actually doing, then you know we're pivoting. Um, if it's not the company, you know to pivot within the company. You know, it's easier to find another position within a company you're already a part of. Um, and I hate to say it because corporate America, bleh, but networking is everything. It really fucking is. Networking really gets you out of a pickle if you need it, and you make good relationships at work. And I'm not one to be like, your coworkers are your family. No, but I am a firm believer that you do make some impactful connections with people at work that will inevitably change your life in many different ways. So I think maybe just start by making a list of what you don't like from your job. If it's the people, if it's the company, if it's what you're doing, if it's all three, then you know I need to get out of this entire situation completely, and you can just pivot to something else. If there's aspects of what you're doing that you enjoy, then look for positions that maybe would fit that better, or talk to people, right? I don't like what I'm doing here, but I kind of want to do here. And sometimes, girl, there's positions that you don't even know exist that someone is doing. You don't even realize all it takes to do certain things, and you're like, oh, these are the things that I like, and they're like, there's an actual position that covers all of that. And honestly, I mean, it's not like we're not telling you. I want to go on record and say, do not quit your job before you have a backup plan. Do not do that. But in the meantime, right, while you're trying to figure it out, it could feel like, oh my God, exhausting. I have to stick in this until I figure something out. Find the joy in something else. Find the happiness in something else, and do not let work consume your every thought, because that in any even if it's the good stuff, right? Like, do not let work be your good thing. Do not let work be the horrible thing. Work is a part of the entire picture. Do not put all of your eggs in the basket of work, because you will always be disappointed regardless of whether it's the positive or the negative. Um but I would say maybe nurture the friendships outside of work, maybe nurture some hobbies outside of work. Um, and just treat it as a here I am for, I don't know what your hours look like, 9 to 10 hours a day. And then I get to go home and I get to watch my shows and I get to do this and I get to do that. Like, when I was in my same company, but a different position, I didn't love work. I didn't like what I was doing at all. I thought it was mundane. Honestly, not shocked that I was laid off, because what am I doing here? I'm literally watching Netflix from home. Like, there wasn't anything particularly interesting about my position. I could do it a week's worth of work in one day and no one would have noticed that it was done in one day. But I really enjoyed the people that I worked with, and they really made me laugh. And I got to go home and I got to crack up about all the stupid things that they would do at work. And it was a blast. And the moment I started networking is the moment that different doors started opening up for me. Um, so I just think that it sucks to go to work every single day and absolutely despise it. Um, and feel like you have to figure out something else that you want to do. But honestly, start with like a hobby. You would be shocked and surprised to find out how many hobbies lead to actual careers. Like, what do you like to do outside of work? If you're like, this is not for me, what I'm doing now is not for me, look at what you do for fun. Look at what does bring you joy, the things that do bring you joy, and go towards that. I just think life is too short to waste it at a place that you absolutely despise. And moving to Sweden on the countryside and working in a grocery store, it sounds very beautiful and it sounds very fulfilling, but I don't think it's super realistic to the situation right now. So I think maybe, I think those kinds of thoughts, because I have those too, right? Like, I wish, no shade, but like I wish I didn't have a family that I was so close to and I could just like go and like live wherever the fuck I want and do the things that I want. And like, I honestly think that depresses you more. Those thoughts depress you more because that's not your situation. And you can't just do that. And you have to sit here. And the thoughts of going and running away, I do think affect your mental health more negatively than trying to solve the problem because you're not gonna get rid of your family. You're not gonna run away to New York and you're not gonna, you know what I mean? You're just not. So what good is it to be like, I wish it was easy for me to just go and, well, it's not easy. And now you have to sit here and deal with this. So what are you gonna do? Um, and I'm sorry. And honestly, girl, no one knows what the fuck they're doing. No one knows what they're doing. Everyone is confused. Everyone is overwhelmed. And I would say 80% of human beings on this planet Earth absolutely despise their jobs. Don't be the 50-year-old that does. You know, you're 27, you're young, you're still figuring it out. No one said that at 27 you should have it all figured out. Friend, I hate to tell you, we are 35.
Speak for yourself. I'm gonna be 36.
Okay. Well, we're barely surviving. Okay. We are barely getting through it. So I think don't be too hard on yourself. Even if people look like they got it all going and they got it figured out, the circle around you, I guarantee you that they don't. Everyone doubts themselves. And at 27, it's so easy to doubt yourself because you're not young enough to be an idiot and you're not old enough to have your shit together. So it's very, very easy to just feel completely lost at that age. Why do you think there's that famous TikTok on it that's like, I'm 27, I hate my life, I'm single. What is it from that movie? And it's like, I have no prospects. Yeah, 27 fucking sucks. It's just such an odd age. Um, so thoughts are with you during this difficult time. And it gets better, dude. It gets better. You may not find it immediately, but like trial and error. Don't be afraid to fuck up.
Yeah.
We all fuck up.
Some more than others.
Yeah. Okay. Shade. All right.
Anne, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Anna.
birthday to you. That's a song I do know the words to.
That's beautiful. I'd be shocked if you didn't. And I'd honestly judge you a little bit. I would. I'm sorry, I would.
um, Anne, we wish you nothing but the best. Nothing
Yeah.
but love and light and prosperity.
Yeah.
And you'll
And don't be
figure it out.
afraid to scream into a pillow every once in a while to get the frustration out. Like whatever you need to do to feel better after you get home from work, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes some industries are just not for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's okay.
The dream is quite not quite the reality, and that's totally okay. And honestly, shout out to you for like trying it out and seeing that it wasn't for you.
Yeah. I used
Yeah.
to have a lot more hustle in me. I don't have as much hustle in me anymore. Like I'd
We're
rather
just showing
be,
up to work. You're happy I'm here.
well, and not to say that I think I do a great job at work and I think I work really hard. But like, you know,
There's people that are consistently thinking about like their next steps.
yeah, I don't want to live like that.
No, that's not fun for me.
I do want to, I do go back and forth about like wanting to be in a powerful position
Mm,
because um I I I do love power, but
right.
also like wanting to do things the way, like the good way, you know? Like
Yeah.
I'm Galinda the Good Witch, so I'm gonna do it
Hmm.
the good way.
Okay.
Let's
If you
watch the
watch the movie, then you see that
let's
she's not
watch both
really.
parts of the movie. Let's watch both parts of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Um, and so I don't know. There is something
Yeah.
in me that would want to stick it to the man. Um, but then I think I want to build happiness in my life that's outside of work, and my
Yeah.
job will just be my job.
Yeah.
I don't know who's to say, but so much can happen in such a short amount of time.
Agreed.
I may have a new job by the end of the year.
Who's to say?
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Anna, come on the pod.
Come on
Come
the pod
on
on it.
the
You can tell
pod.
us everything you hate about your job. You don't have to mention the exact company, but I would love to know what's so horrible about it. Honestly,
Oh,
I'm actually dying to know.
it would be really juicy.
I bet it fucking would. Ane, get with Adrienne. Let's schedule a podcast episode together. Let's bring back guests.
Yeah, it would be really
Yeah.
juicy. Okay. Thank you, Anna. Okay. Well, guess what?
What?
It's time for the pop culture pop up. First up on the pop culture pop up, Julie, did you watch the Grammys?
I did.
You did.
Yeah, I
Like you
did.
sat down and you watched them
I sat down and I
and you
watched
watched the whole thing.
the entirety of it.
Okay, go ahead.
I thoroughly think one of the best Grammy shows in recent history.
Okay.
Really enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
I have actually
Mm-hmm.
zero issues with the show.
Oh, wow.
I enjoyed the winners. I enjoyed the performances. It looked fun. Taylor Swift didn't annoy me that much. It was a good time for everyone. She didn't get on that stage, and I was ecstatic.
Yeah.
Come to find out, people losing their goddamn minds.
Why?
I went to bed that night and I said, "Oh, what a blast. What a blast. Everything is where it should be. Everything was beautiful." It felt like we were living in Kamala's America for a second.
Uh-huh.
It just inclusivity and celebrating innovation and women winning best rap album. It was just Beyonce album of the year. I said, "Welcome. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. So
Mm-hmm.
happy." Then I wake up the next day and the white people are mad. They're
Mm.
so mad. They're so mad and racist out loud.
Mm.
Beyonce's not country music. She didn't deserve album of the year. She has too many Grammys already. Why is there always a cap on how many accomplishments a black woman can get and not on white
Mm.
women?
Mm-hmm.
People angry. The anger in them. And I'll admit that I felt in my soul, in my heart, that Beyonce deserved that album of the year. That's coming from someone that listened to all of the albums. And I said, this is album of the year. In terms of a project,
Mm-hmm.
yes. But if Billie Eilish would have gotten up on that stage, would I have gotten wild? Like, it just, the things that people, that she clearly bought it. So why did she buy all the other ones? She's lost like 4 times.
Uh-huh.
It was because of Jay-Z's tantrum, Adele's tantrum. How many people have gone up on that stage and said, I don't deserve this? Why did Beyonce get it? Like, this
Mm-hmm.
is a narrative that has been amongst her peers.
Mm-hmm.
She's not country. What is country? Madison, explain it to me. What is country to you? You know, someone's on TikTok recreating the songs from Cowboy Carter with AI, with Chris Stapleton's voice,
I
and
saw
people
that.
are saying this is who should have won.
I saw that. Yeah.
Just silly, silly behavior. And it just like the microaggressions that white women, because it's mostly white women that I've seen on my page. I'm not saying, I'm sure there's black people that are fans of Billie Eilish also with this narrative, and that they're a cross to bear. So I am just talking about the white women that have come across my For You page on TikTok, the microaggressions they don't even realize they are stating out loud is infuriating. What is too many awards for a black woman? And what do you mean she didn't deserve to win? Why is it wild for you guys to believe that a black woman deserves every single accolade that she gets? I don't get it. I just like don't understand the way that people despise Beyonce because she's Beyonce. There's no actual reason.
Right.
Because what? She continues to be celebrated because all of these reasons like I'm glad the Swiftie stays silent because I had more than enough thesis for them on the subject if they were going to start chiming in about it. I saw a very few Swifties getting in the mix, and it was mostly Billie Eilish fans that were absolutely buck wild. But like, I'm gonna say it. In terms of projects, if anyone was going to win over Beyonce, I'm saying it. It was gonna be Chapel Roan. If terms of cohesive projects that would have been with the theme that they clearly had set up, which is innovation, new artists, fresh music, it would have been Chapel Roan. Billie Eilish, though gave she gave us a great album. She gave us a great album. I enjoyed the album. Just like I enjoyed the ones that sounded exactly the same previously. Like she gave us a project that she's given us before. It was moving. It's not like I'm not comparing her to like a Taylor Swift, where like I feel like Taylor Swift gives us the same music that sounds the same that doesn't move me in any way, shape, or form. I think Billie Eilish is continuing to create music that is moving, that is fresh, but it does sound like all her other music. It wasn't innovative. It wasn't new. I thought this album of Billy's was going to be a little bit different. And I was quite surprised that it was just whisper singing. And I love that for her. But it wasn't as exciting for me in terms of projects. I think, yeah, Chappell Roan should have taken it. I mean, it was her debut project, so obviously that would have been wild. But yeah, yeah, boo-hoo, Billie Eilish didn't get on that stage. She'll be fine. And she already won Album of the Year.
Who are these people who get on the internet
Oh,
and talk about these things?
white women,
Yeah, but how old are they?
millennials.
Oh, millennials.
Some
Wow.
were younger, but yeah, very angry about country music awards. Well, how could she win country album when she didn't win a CMA? Yeah, the CMAs are racist. Next question. Okay, like the feigning ignorance or like the how could she not win a CMA if she was country music? Well, because they're racist. So
People have too much time on their hands.
it's just
Get
this
a
conversation.
life.
In terms of a show, I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed everyone's performance. I thought it was a fun show.
There's a kid riding a scooter. Where did that kid come from? I'm looking outside my window. Like, I don't see kids here. Anyways, maybe he gets on the internet and talks about these things. Where are you going,
Maybe.
kid?
Gotta
Um,
go make his TikTok video about it.
I love the Billie Eilish album, and I think from her first album to this album, I can see that there's a progression. She is a whisper singer. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I think it is the best of her three albums. With that said, I mean, I did see people talking about how she was crying at the end when Beyonce was winning. I don't know if people realize, but like all of these people know each other. All of these people are friends with each other. And so there's a very clear video when Beyonce first arrives to the seating area and she bumps into Billy and they embrace each other with a really nice hug. And then Billy gives Blue a big hug. And then Beyonce
Hmm.
gives Billy's mom a big hug. And that to me is like, okay, these people know each other.
Yes.
Um, I mean, Beyonce vacations with Chris Jenner. Hello.
Hmm.
What are we? Hello. Anyways, um, her the water in her eyes to me was like, oh my God, I'm so happy for this woman that I love and
Same.
admire and that
Yeah.
finally deserves it. I don't know. I don't know what people are so fucking weird. Anyways, I thought the show was really good too. But I cannot stand Trevor Noah. We need to get rid of him. He does
I don't
not
like
know
him
how to
either.
host a show.
No.
First of all, he's not funny. He's not a stand-up comedian. He like his Daily Show thing, like that's fine. He can do that, but he should not be hosting award shows. Um, Second of all, the Grammys are going to move to ABC, and I forget what year, but they have a 10-year deal with ABC. So now they're going to have Disney money, which honestly better than CBS and Paramount because they don't know how to put on any show. Let's be
Mm-mm.
very honest about this. Okay,
Mm.
they suck at it. Um anyways, that's where my
I
thoughts.
had a blast, and I'm sorry that white people couldn't get past their racism to see that it was a great show and it was a win for everybody.
Yeah, I will say Sabrina Carpenter winning pop vocal out of everybody else that was nominated, a choice, but
And I
okay.
know what some people are gonna say is like, okay, so why do the people that didn't like Beyonce winning have to be racist? Because they were only mad at Beyonce and they weren't mad at Sabrina Carpenter for winning over Billie Eilish. That's why.
Mm,
Because you could just as easily be upset that Sabrina Carpenter won over Billie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, okay. Um okay.
Okay.
Excellent. I love it. Next up on the pop culture pop up, Travis Kelce. He's playing in the Super Bowl. He plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. And during the press week for the Super Bowl, leading up to the Super Bowl, somebody asked Travis Kelce if Trump being attending the Super Bowl, I forget what the exact question is, but if how does he feel about it?
Hmm.
And Travis Kelce said, what did he say, Julie?
He said it was an honor. He said it was an honor no matter who was president, but that it was an honor because it was the president attending this game. And then blah, blah, blah. And then he said something about at the end of the day, this is the greatest country in the world. Imagine looking at the state of our country and thinking it's the greatest country in the world. Is he okay? No, he's white and rich. Like, what are, it's an honor. Let me say, everyone's like, he was trying to be politically correct. Fuck him, first of all. Second of all, Jalen Hurts, is that his name?
I don't know who that is.
Not me pronouncing a footballer's name with
You're asking the
confidence.
wrong person.
There is another person, I was
Football,
going to say
another football
actor,
player.
football player from the Eagles, Jalen, I want to say. He's gorgeous and he's the quarterback, I think. He was asked the same question. Or like, how does it impact you the fact that Trump is coming to the game? And he's like, it doesn't. It doesn't. Literally that easy. Two words, you move on with your day, and it makes your intention absolutely clear. Because they're like, oh, well, clearly he's in a team that's conservative. If you're standing on business, I don't care how conservative my little team is, I'm standing on business. And also, aside from everything political, let's forget about everything political for 2 seconds. Orange Man tweeted a whole fuck Taylor Swift or something, or I hate Taylor Swift. That's your girlfriend? And you're honored? Honored? I can't get the fuck out of here. I'm so embarrassed for Taylor Swift as an I'm not saying that she's not aligned because at this point, bitch, I don't know, bitch. Your entire circle is Trump supporters. So I'm finding it, whatever you say publicly, I'm finding it very hard that you don't align with them in any way, shape, or form. Like your entire circle is Trump supporters.
Yeah.
What's going on, bestie? You can say what you want to us, but I'm not convinced that I'm buying it. However, as a girlfriend, I'd be like, what the fuck do you mean that you're honored that this motherfucker calling me out publicly is coming to the
Mm.
show? Very interested to see what happens at the bowl. Very excited about that. I'm just here for the drama. And I 1000% am rooting for the Eagles after this. I am rooting for Travis Kelce's downfall in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. It just gives me the same vibes. Granted, I don't know this man, but I will speak to his persona that is portrayed when he is in front of a camera. And it is
Mhm.
giving major opportunist.
1000%.
Um, Let me date the biggest pop star in the world so that I can start acting. Barf. Let me get on my little podcast show and talk about our relationship. Barf, barf. Let me talk about the man that talks shit about my girlfriend in a positive way. Barf, barf, barf. I just am like, get a fucking backbone. Okay. And at this point, anybody who normalizes that man is 100% part of the problem.
100%.
And if you're going to sit there and talk about how everything is normal because this man is coming to the Super Bowl, then you can choke on his dick, as far as I'm concerned,
100%.
because that is what you're doing. So, Travis Kelce, how about you get a fucking backbone and become a fucking man and stand up for your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. Or are you too worried about the opportunities that are going to come your way? That's probably what it is because that's all you want. You want money and you want fame.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
agree.
and that's a
Yeah.
fucking shame and that is a fucking poem. So take that, bitch.
Absolutely. You speak your motherfucking mind. And you know what? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, everyone's like, he was trying to stay in the middle. He wasn't trying to offend anyone. He made a very clear decision. It was you were going to offend somebody, regardless of your position. And he chose to not offend the MAGA. That's what he made a decision. Who am I going to offend? Am I going to offend this side or am I going to offend this side? And he very clearly stood towards one side.
And all he
And if you're
literally
not
had to
seeing that, is wild.
all he had to say was no comment.
And he could have said, it doesn't really matter to me who's attending. I'm here to play a game. That's
Ugh.
it. That's it.
Oh my god.
An idiot. And it was like, he's media trained like an idiot. I don't know. No, because he could have. I mean, I think Jalen, who knows really who he voted, his political stance, but that was perfect. I don't really care who comes to the show. I like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't affect me in any way, whether he's here or not. I'm here to play a game.
Yeah.
Perfect. Insane.
I hope Donald Trump chokes on a fucking nacho.
While the camera is on
Um,
him,
yeah.
so we can all watch it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Nasty. Finally on the pop culture pop up. Speaking of nasty people, finally on the and speaking of another Trumper,
Ugh.
Reese Witherspoon.
Ooh.
She's on a tour on a press tour for some movie that she made. I wouldn't even tell you what the movie is. What's the
You're
movie?
cordially invited,
You're
but with
cordially invited
Will Ferrell
with
on
Will
Prime.
Ferrell on Prime. She's on a press tour and it's giving major Mean Girl vibes. Okay, I saw this, and then you can tell me what you saw.
Okay.
But I think it was the Graham Norton show, and that Reese was on. Maybe she was on it with Will Ferrell. And I don't know what the question was or what prompted this, but Reese started telling a story about how she was invited by an actress to give this actress a special award at some award ceremony. And Reese was like, "Okay, great." And she's like, "I'm taking, this is good. I'm going to roast her a little bit." And that's exactly what she did when she was presenting the award. And the actress did not like that. And
Right.
Reese talked about this on the Graham Norton show and then continued to say that her and this actress are no longer friends. Everybody in the comments was saying it was Kate Winslet.
Well, okay, we gotta add, she's also cracking up the entire time she's telling this story. She thinks this is the funniest thing that's ever happened.
No remorse
Zero.
for not being friends with this woman anymore.
Because of something that she did.
Julie, what else? What evidence do you bring to the table?
I saw that and I agree. And the whole honestly, you do a thing, it doesn't land. I get that. But like the cracking up while you're telling the story really like rubbed me the wrong way. And then I realized that most people think it's Kate Winslet. And I said, how dare you disrespect Kate Winslet like that? That is America's princess.
And
I
she was
don't
also
understand it.
making fun of her how she's like a serious actress, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm just like, what are you? Clearly
Right.
not.
Yeah.
Let me stop. Okay, go ahead.
Then she was on the Kelly Clarkson show and they had Will and Reese and another actress as well. And I don't remember if the actress is from that movie or something. But anyway, Kelly is now, she probably in the clip had already interviewed Reese and Will, and now she's interviewing this other actress. And Reese is just commentary every other three sentences just felt very much, why is the attention not on me? And I'm gonna be quirky funny, but like it sounds mean coming out of her mouth. Her energy gives me very much mean girl, and I hate to do it, but ever since she got arrested,
Well, I was going to say Reese Witherspoon is a drunk alcoholic who gets behind the wheel.
and everyone seems to have forgotten that. Not me.
Not
Not me.
I.
Every time I see a video of her, a appearance of hers, I always think back on the day she got arrested and the way she said, "Do you know who I am?" to the officer.
Mhm. A regular
And
old Karen Huger.
and I genuinely feel like that is her personality at her core. That is who she is. Do you know who I am is literally who she is in her essence. Um, and yeah, this press tour I don't think did her any favors. Like I didn't like it. And there is another interview that they did where they ask her kind of like what friends in her industry, like what advice they give her, like what kind of friends she has in the industry. And she very much is like, do I have friends in the industry? Like she can't even think, and then she's like, oh, I guess yeah, Nicole Kidman and I really, and she helps me with this, but like she's very much struggling to come up with friends that she has in the industry. And then at some point she does say like, oh well, Jennifer Aniston and I have known each other for a long time, and
I'm
this
convinced
and
Jennifer
that.
Aniston does not like Reese Witherspoon.
I'm convinced of that too, to be honest. I mean, Reese has amazing PR. And I bet she is very careful who she's an asshole to, but I guarantee you she is an asshole to somebody at least
Yeah,
once a day.
of
At least
course.
once a day. Yeah,
Totally.
I don't dig it. And this presser I don't think did her any favors.
Yeah. Reese, come on the pod.
Come on the pod, let's discuss. The fuck's going on?
Yeah. Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Reese, baby. Let's talk about Reese, baby. All the DUIs and all the bitchy things you say to me. I'm a songwriter. I don't care what
That was
anybody
so
says.
beautiful. That was
Thank
so
you.
beautiful. Grammys.
Grammys. Okay, see, watch me at the Grammys next week. Okay, or next year.
Okay.
You'll
Okay.
be defending me on the TikTok,
I
Julie.
damn sure will.
Thank you. Thank you. That's gonna do it for the pop culture pop up. We'll be back next week with more pop culture Chisme. Julie, do you have a Latinx spotlight for us?
I do have a Latinx spotlight. And we've talked about it before, but oh God, and they keep releasing music. What do you want me to do? Not discuss it? Johnny Swim. Okay. Abner Ramirez is half of that. He is the husband. And Amanda Sudano is the other half. And they released a new album called The War Is Over. And it is very beautiful. It's very adorable. And it's very much the light at the end of the tunnel kind of vibe. Like everything sucks, but like here's this beautiful piece of work. And they have been creating good music consistently the entire time that they have been together. And I am ready for them to make it big. Like I don't know why more people don't talk about them. Their entire story is very adorable. They're a husband and wife. They love each other. Like they make very good, positive music. And their harmonies are gorgeous together. So if you can, The War is Over is their new album. You can listen to it wherever you listen to music. They are also going on tour and you can go to one of their concerts. If I go to this tour, I haven't made a decision on that yet, but this would be like my 12th show of theirs that I would be. I feel like I deserve a medal at some point. Like, I gotta hit them up. At what point do I get like a necklace or something for going to so many shows? I think they're phenomenal and I think they're so fucking talented. And for the one of the first times, he does it in a couple of albums, but we get some Spanish singing, which is really what I wanted. And they had hinted at it already. Um, yeah, but I am also doing this thing. I feel like I would have been enjoying their music for longer because they release like a single a week for a minute. And that's the one thing that I just cannot get behind. So I haven't listened to most of these songs, but most of them had already been released by the time the album was out. And when will the music industry let me breathe with that? Like, release two singles and then that's it. Like, that's it. That's all we need. What happened to music videos? Well, let me reel it back. But Johnny Swim, The War is Over. Go and listen to it. It's very good.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Time for some azúcar. I'll tell you what happened to music videos. Lady
Tell
Gaga
me.
has taken them over. Abracadabra.
It's so
Okay?
good.
It is
Yeah.
so good.
I love my weird bitch.
We are back and we are
Yeah.
ready to attack.
Yeah.
Abracadabra released the night of the Grammys. So freaking good. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
The dancing, the production, the
Mm.
song, the title of the song, Abracadabra. I mean, it's so fucking funny to me. It's like when she came out with a song called Applause. It just
Mm.
is so good.
Mm.
I love it. I think I've heard that song 50,000 times already since it came
It's
out.
so good. It's so good.
Abracadabra. I can't even sing it right now. I love
It's
her.
good.
It's so
She's
good.
back.
Stephanie, I don't know what Michael's doing to you, but I know he is dicking you down. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Back into 2009, and I love it.
And you know what? This is proof that you need a you need a man that's going to support every
Mm,
bit of you to
mm-hmm.
truly thrive. Because not that you
Mm-hmm.
need, but like it helps. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't need him. I want to go on
Ooh,
record.
and
But
I love that he's a little husky. Oh my
yeah,
God.
and
Oh
he
my
was
God.
definitely like, "Hey, have you thought about going back to pop music?" Whenever her last partners were like, enough of the weird. And she's like, I just want to be weird. And here we are. I love my
Yeah.
weird bitch. I love when she gets fucking weird. I do. At the Grammys, she was so weird and awkward and goth. And I was like, yes, bitch. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I want her to dress up as like, remember that character that she had at one of the VMAs or something, where she was like a guy
Oh
and she
yeah, yeah,
hosted
yeah.
the
I love that. Yes.
peak weird.
Yes.
Peak weird.
Yeah. She
Gaga.
performed as him too, no? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Some
think
may
she
say
did
the
You and I.
performance of her life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
good.
so
Give
good.
her an Oscar for that. How about that?
Yes. Yeah.
I love Gaga when she's fucking weird. I really do. It makes me feel such joy in my heart. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's her at her like purest essence. I feel like she's like a really weird bitch that just like doesn't fit in this world. And I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Gaga. Listen to Abracadabra if you have not listened, and most importantly, watch the music video
Oh, so
because
good.
you're missing out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, what a good azúcar. That is a good azúcar.
Thank you.
My azúcar this week is it's Valentine's Day week. It's Valentine's Day week. So Bones and All is a good little love movie. Is it about cannibalism? You mind your business and you just watch it and you're gonna love it. There is a lot of blood though, so just beware. The Shape of Water will still remain one of the most romantic movies of all time. I love it. I love to see it. If Beale Street Could Talk, also a phenomenal romantic movie. Past Lives, it will make you cry. Is it about love? Who's to say? Watch it anyway. Um, I'm trying to think. Sylvie's Love. If you like The Notebook but want a happy ending, Sylvie's Love is such a good movie. I think it's on Amazon Prime and it does not get the recognition that it deserves, but it has the essence of The Notebook without like the sobbing at the end. So, perfection, some may say. So, love movies. I'm gonna put a bunch on my Instagram this week. I'm still trying to muster up some of them, but I really want people to watch Bones and All because it's a fucking twisted movie, but it's so good. And it really is about love. Two little
Okay.
weirdos that love eating meat, human meat to be specific, that just happen to fall in love with each other. Who are we
Okay.
to stop them? Who
I
are we
think
to
I
stop them?
I think I might watch If Beale Street Could Talk. Maybe I'll
Oh,
do
please
that.
do. Have you ever seen it?
No, I have not watched a single movie that you mentioned.
You, you see how he builds me up and then he tears me down publicly? I would love it if you watched If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah,
Remember when I listened to Chromatica?
that was a Jaime request. That was not me. So,
Technically, it started off as a you request.
mm,
So,
mm. I mean, for somebody who just talked about how much they love Lady Gaga, I mean, I just thought it was weird that you hadn't listened to Chromatica. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. Not it's see seasons of love.
that's not even near the melody, but I'll accept that.
We already talked about this. I don't know. anything. Okay.
Okay, that's my answer. Gotta go watch some movies and find love. And you don't have to have a partner to enjoy these movies. It
Let's
does
all
help,
find
but
love. Let's all find love. Let's all be in love.
okay. I love this
Okay.
energy.
Yes.
Okay, we'll work on that.
I wish all of us are just falling in love. Every single
Okay.
person who's listening to this. And if you're already in love, I hope you're falling deeper and
Mm,
deeper and deeper into love. Okay.
okay.
All right. Okay, great. Well, that's going to do it for us.
Wonderful.
Make
Yeah.
sure that you do all the fun things you could do with this podcast on the internet, rate, review, subscribe. Make sure that you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter at You, Me, and Chisme. Make sure you visit youmeandchisme.com. Make sure that you share this podcast. Sharing is caring. And if
Sharon
you,
is
and
caring.
we're talking about love, love us, share the podcast. Um, and leave a review. We love a review. Love a review. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Love a review. Review us. And if you do all those things, we'll be back next week with more Chisme. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Chisme in your life. Bye.
Bye.